Hello everyone, I haven't made a video in a while, I apologize. So here is a chest voice video. Specifically, today I'm going to be talking about soprano and mezzo chest voice. And I will get to the traditionally male ranges another time, for those of you that have transitioned to tenor, baritone, or bass. But today I'm really going to focus primarily on sopranos and mezzos. Although some of this can be applied both ways, which you kind of find. So for soprano mezzo chest voice today, I want to give you more of a structural anatomy. I will give you some things that you can do for your chest voice, but for the most part, this is going to be mostly anatomical and how can you feel that you're actually in chest voice. Because I think a lot of people have this perception of yes, I'm singing in chest voice, but in reality you're not. It's this like battle that we always have with each other. So that's what we're going to talk about today. So the first thing that I want to define is chest voice is the opposite of head voice. Head voice is your higher voice. It is also, your vocal cords are doing something very different. So I'm going to get out my rubber band here. Those of you from Pittsburgh will know that we call this a gum band. Fun facts. When you're in head voice, your vocal cords are stretched and the inside is the thing that is vibrating. When you're in chest voice, your vocal cords are more like this. They're looser because you're in the lower part of your range. Head voice can go anywhere. You can sing in head voice really, really low. You can sing in head voice really, really high. But chest voice has limits. It has limits. So there are parts of your chest voice that, or when you get to the higher range in your chest voice, will just not work anymore. That's when you like feel like you hit a brick wall, if you know what I mean, metaphorically, of course. Please don't run into a brick wall. So what I would like to do today is get you feeling yourself in your chest voice. If you are a contralto, this is my caveat, because there's always a caveat in voice. Not everybody's the same. If you're a contralto, this may not apply to you. You might need to go a couple notes lower to actually feel this function. So I'm going to start on G below middle C. And we're going to do the beginning of what I call the Cuperto exercise. Those of you that have studied with me a long time know what I'm talking about. So I want you to put your hand here against your sternum. And I want you to just go up and down 3 notes. Do that a couple times. Okay, do it one more time. Really feel for this. Get your whole palm on top of that sternum bone. You may feel a little bit of residual vibration in your sternum bone. This is where the term chest voice comes from. Okay, so the primary resonator in chest voice is the chest. The chest. Okay, here's the other thing you need to know about chest voice. It is your speaking voice. Where your speaking voice is where your chest voice is. They are one and the same, basically speaking. So he, 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 he. Give that a try. So it's he, then speak it. He, 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 he. And you will feel that that is where you speak. If you feel tension in here, you are pushing too hard. Something weird is happening. If that starts to happen, we're going to back up a little bit and we're going to do You need to have your throat open in order for chest voice to work, okay? So that is part of this battle. The throat has to be wide and open for the chest voice to function properly. Now, some people tell me, because everybody's body is a little bit different, a lot of people can feel that residual vibration on the sternum. They can feel the openness and they can feel the wideness. Some people cannot. So here is my other thing that is helpful for feeling chest voice. By the way, do you all like my fall? This is for my VIP kid classroom. Anyway, so there is a space, like here's the clavicle bone, okay? And then right in the middle, there's like a little divot. You can feel it right here. And if you press lightly on that divot, please do not push too hard. But if you press lightly on that divot, you can actually feel, while you're speaking, some vibration. Okay? Now, sing a little bit and just observe what happens. Some people get a sensation of like a knocking out motion. I do. I know I do. That's a sign that your chest voice is working and everything's open. So try this. Chest voice is something that you really kind of have to, when you're getting used to it, if you are a person who is predisposed to head voice over chest voice, this can all be very strange sensationally. Enter from your speaking voice if you can. So even if you do he, and just support it more and make the notes longer, you're going to understand where chest voice sits. This is something more to experiment with. Chest voice takes a while to settle. And by the way, this is also something that I like to get out there. You have to know what head voice is and you have to know what chest voice is, at least in my personal opinion, to understand what mix is. A lot of people are like, I have to find my mix. A mix, but they can't tell you what a mix is. So before you get to a mix, which is a mixture of head and chest voice, you have to understand the polar opposites of head voice and chest voice. So, do my head voice video, do this video, mess around with chest voice. If you're a person that likes a piano, and you are a traditional soprano mezzo, experiment around the G to G range, so low G, below middle C, to the G above middle C. And I know, those of you who normally are like, well, but Candace, I can do chest voice higher, I can do chest voice lower. That's great, but I'm talking about this as a starting point. Because eventually when you get to belting, when you get to things that are more extended in your technique, you need to be solid in this area first. Also, I usually start low G. For most people, there are some exceptions. It depends on my student and their development and all sorts of other stuff. If you are a contralto, this probably sits lower for you. So you probably have more like a low C to F sharp situation going on, and then you have a switch at F sharp. Some people are a little bit different. Experiment and figure out what that means to you. Work both ends pretty equally. Okay? And then next time, I'm going to talk about, I actually may go back and do, I may do some stuff for men's voices before I get into mix. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get into men's voices, and I'm going to talk probably about, because men's voices are a lot more diverse than women's voices, so I'll probably talk about the baritone first, and then I'll get into like tenor and bass. So have a great week. If you didn't already, please sign up for these, for the emails for the Singing Hub, which is on the Singing Hub website. So at the very top, there's a special newsletter just for Singing Hub people. So sign up there, and I will see you next time.